So, have you ever ended a day thinking, dang, there's so many instances I should have spoken up, but I didn't? Right? Whether it was, what game you're going to play with your friends, or where you're going to go for dinner, anything like that, right? And you kind of end the day and you're like, dang, why do I let everybody make my decisions for me? So stupid. Well, the worst part about that feeling, which I have experienced many times, is that it's literally all your fault, right? That's called being a pushover. It's when people push you around left and right and you never stand up for yourself, okay? That is not a manly trait. Actually, it's just not a good character trait. No matter if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Like, being a pushover is bad for you, okay? Because it makes you dissatisfied with your life because you don't have the ability to actually speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself. And so that leads other people to always make the calls. And, it's annoying when someone's always saying, oh, I really don't care where we go, all right? I don't care. And then the other person makes a decision, and then all of a sudden you're upset, right? And you're like, dang, I didn't want to go there. Why did we go there? Listen, don't be that person, okay? It's that simple. Don't be the person who's always saying, I don't care. If you legitimately don't care, then fine, okay? But recognize that someone has to make a decision. And if you're not going to put your voice out there, then you shouldn't, if you're not willing to put your voice out there, you shouldn't have a say in the conversation because you literally just said, hey, you make the call because I don't feel like doing it, all right? That's not the best thing to do in my opinion, okay? You need to be able to stand up for yourself and assert what you're trying to think or say or show the other person, right? It's basically, it comes down to, if you're not willing to stand up for yourself, then you're just going to fall for anything, right? And you'll never be able to stand up for yourself. It's working on the little things in your life. Just speaking out when you're with your friends about what you'd like to do, okay? Not in a greedy or selfish manner. Sometimes I do stuff all the time with my friends that, sometimes I don't feel like doing, but they're my friends, and I'm willing to make sacrifices for them. And that's totally understandable, and I believe that's actually the right thing to do a lot of the time. But if that's happening 24/7 and that bleeds over into the world of I'm never standing up for myself and I'm actually doing a disservice to myself because I'm never putting my voice out there and having my opinion heard, well then, that's not a good thing. So just work on, slowly. You don't have to do it right away, but work on actually putting your opinion out there and just, sometimes saying no, all right? Saying, if your buddy's like, hey, I think we should go to this bar tonight. It's like, no, I don't. We've been there 15 times. I know it's your favorite place, but I'd like to try something new, okay? And you don't have to be a jerk about it. I mean, no one likes a jerk, right? No one. So, just be genuine about it and say, hey, listen, we've been doing what you want to do a lot, and that's cool. You're an awesome friend and everything, but let's try something I want to do. And I guarantee that friend's actually going to respect you more. Now, the fear that a lot of people have when they say no to their friends, or if they want to, not go along with what their friend wants to do, is, oh, they're going to hate me. They're not going to like me, all right? They're going to think that I'm trying to push them around. Well, look at it this way. If you're always doing what that friend wants to do, then they're kind of pushing you around, and that's not fair either, okay? And I guarantee you that friend will actually respect you more, and your friendship will get stronger because you're sharing ideas, all right? It's not just one person leading the friendship all the time. Both you guys are actually contributing to your friendship. And so I highly recommend, don't be a pushover, okay? Don't be a pushover. You'll be unhappy with yourself because that's not a manly trait whatsoever. And you're not fulfilling your nature if you're simply, sitting back all the time and never putting your opinion out there. And it's sad too, okay? And here's the other thing I'd like to say is it's sad when you won't stand up for yourself. Not just because you're doing a disservice to yourself, but you're doing a disservice to the situation at hand, right? So think of it this way. The more ideas you have in the pool of ideas you can choose from, well, the more ideas you have to choose from. It's that simple, okay? And if you're, if it's just one person always sharing their ideas and you're never getting your voice out there, well, you're not going to have as many great adventures or fun, in any relationship if it's just one person leading all the time. All right? So, my advice to you, don't be a pushover. Start with the little things, okay? Start saying no to the little things, or trying to get your opinion in on the little things, so that eventually when you come to, the crossroads in your life where you have to make giant decisions, you're not just going to sit back and just take what someone else wants you to do. You're going to say, hey, listen, here's how I think I can contribute, and here's what I think, we should try and do. And sometimes in life, it's important, if especially if someone's not your friend and you don't really know them that well, and they're doing something you really disagree with, to step up and say, hey, I think you're doing the wrong thing, okay? And trust me, you're never going to have the guts to do that if you don't start with the small things. So, don't be a pushover. That's all I have to say.